How does ChatGPT work? On the surface, you input a prompt, ChatGPT spends a few seconds processing it, and returns with a relevant output. Easy, right? Not quite. Behind the scenes, a lot of weird words and acronyms come together. RAG, neural networks, transformers, tokens. You know what? I'll just get into it. ChatGPT runs on a transformer neural network and thinks in tokens. Technically, it can't think, but you get the gist. Transformers are designed to understand context and relationships between words. Not just one word at a time, but across entire sentences and even paragraphs. This is why ChatGPT generates coherent text and not gibberish. It also doesn't read text like we do. Instead, it breaks down everything into tokens, which are chunks of language. Whole words, subwords, punctuation marks, even spaces that can be processed mathematically. And of course, it's trained on a large subset of data and uses billions of parameters to figure out what the most likely next token should be based on your input and everything it has seen before. Still with me? Good. So when you ask ChatGPT to create a recipe with the leftovers from your fridge, here's what's really happening. First, it tokenizes your input, breaking down your prompt into digestible chunks it can understand. Then, using its transformer model, it analyzes the context of every token in your request, understanding relationships like eggs go with cheese and you probably don't want chocolate in your stir fry. Based on everything it learned during training, it predicts the most likely token one by one until it completes your recipe. That's pretty straightforward. But what happens when you ask something that requires real-time information like best local SEO agencies in 2025 or the top 10 places to visit on a budget in 2025? That's where RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation, comes in, which sounds intense, but basically means, before I answer this, let me Google, or in this case, Bing it real quick. Instead of relying only on its training data, RAG allows ChatGPT to pull in information from external sources, like search engines, before generating a response. Without it, you're stuck with whatever the language learned at the time of its training.